Woo! Okay, I am recording. Nice. So, this is Cam, back with day 6. Tennis stuff. Wait! Tennis stuff. Nice. Okay. So, day 6. I am not going to talk about day 5 at all because I am trying to get rid of all those superstitions and stuff like that. So, not going to jinx any more players. Day 6 was very good for me. Not really. I still got 2 wrong. So I have yet to breach that 75% barrier. But I'm going to get there. So we had just running down from the top in the Berrettini Rude match. We had Berrettini taking it. Caruso against Rublev. He had Rublev going the distance, which is great. Got my first 2 all right. Then you go down to Fuchsovich, which I found out is the more accurate way to say it. I don't even think I'm at 100% yet, but I think it's around Fuchsovich against Tiafoe. And Tiafoe finally won. Sorry, I finally picked Tiafoe to win. So I should say. He has won to date. He beat Fuchsovich 3 straight matches. Looked super great through them. The only thing was, he and Fuchsovich are friends, and apparently, well, I don't even like saying apparently, this is all speculation. But when friends play each other, I don't like saying cheat codes, but that's the best description of what kind of went on. Some players, you just learn what shots or what timing to hit against the other player, and you can beat them just with the mental game alone. You don't even have to hit better shots. So, while he did walk away in the Fuchsovich match, I don't want to bring that into the Medvedev match going, oh, well, he only played 3 easy sets where Medvedev played 3 sets that were kind of close. Because he was playing a friend, and those matches are super simple. Super simple. You're still playing someone on the tour. It's not that hard. It's not that easy, I should say, but it's a lot easier than going in and playing a completely blind 3rd round match. That's what I'm trying to say. Either way, the other thing I wanted to bring up was how I had doubted Tiafoe against Millman. I'm a little bit gratified in this, or rectified, whatever is the correct word here. In the Tiafoe against Millman match, one of the greatest things about tennis that can really only happen in tennis happened. And this is why I don't have too much doubt in my pick of Millman, and if they play again, even though Millman doesn't have too much time left on the tour, I'm probably going to pick Millman next time too, because in the 5-set match, it went 5 sets like I said it would. Tiafoe won a total of 158 points, 158 total points, and 23 total games in all 5 sets. That's all he won. Where Millman, all he won. It's a ton of points. Millman won 169 points, 11 points more, and 24 games. So 1 more game. So he beat him in points and games, but lost the match. Alright? So, yeah, Tiafoe won, and he won fair and square. That's tennis. That's what happens. But I feel 100% safe in picking Millman in any other matchup, just because in the long matches, Millman does better. And it's oddly proven, but it's proven. Very fun. Alright, so that's that. Anyway, Tiafoe won. Tiafoe beat Fuchsovich, so it doesn't matter anyway. Then you had Wolf, JJ Wolf, against Daniil Medvedev. Medvedev, again, not as easy as the Tiafoe Fuchsovich 3-set match, but 3 sets nonetheless. Took out Wolf very quickly. I haven't watched ESPN, so I don't know if they're talking about Wolf, but they should be. Then you got in the Bautista Gut Vasek Pospisil match. I don't know why I strayed from my Canadian. I mean, I know why. He's a doubles player this is like his first big singles push in a long time. I mean, he's played like the Canadian Open, and I think he does do the US Open and Australian Opens most years. But he gets like first, second round. So going against Bautista Gut, someone who's been in finals before, he's a easy quarterfinalist, semifinalist, very solid choice. that's why I picked Bautista Agut. But Pospisil, I should have written that one down. I was at work, so I didn't get the full match details there. Pretty sure it was a 4-set match. I think Pospisil really turned it around quickly. No, 5 sets. Sorry, I had to look that one up. That is a 5-set match. Either way, incredible. He's playing really well. So I said that he would have to do a lot more than I had seen in his singles game, and he did. I mean, Bautista Agut is a hard opponent, and Vasek just made it seem like he's been a singles player this whole time. It was a very good match. The other one that threw me off, another semifinalist out, Karen Khachanov lost to Alex de Minaur, which de Minaur is one of my more favorite players, so I'm not upset by it, outside of the fact that Khachanov was one of my semifinalists, but oh man, it was out of nowhere. And now we get to see de Minaur play Pospisil, which is going to be a Canadian, someone I like, and that's today. Oh, let's go. So we got Vasek Pospisil. No, sorry. Yeah, that's today. I can't do math. So we got Vasek Pospisil against Alex de Minaur. Gonna be a big one. That's gonna be a real big match. I have to. Yeah, I'll get into that at the end. I got one more match to go through first. Watch it, Cam. A couple more. We have Felix Auger-Aliassime over Corentet Moutet. Corentet. I think it's Corentet. Either way. Felix Auger-Aliassime took that, again, very easily. He had the same service game that he brought with Murray. He didn't face any break points against Murray. I believe he faced a couple against Moutet. But, again, dominant gameplay. Oh, good. It wouldn't be a video without Cam knocking the microphone off. Dominant gameplay and really just interesting from a 20-year-old to come out with the confidence that he had and hit some of the shots he was hitting. And he has legs too. Like he's tall to the point where he gets that big powerful serve, but he can also move around the court and get shots that most tall players aren't consistently getting. So he is now playing against Thiem, Dominic Thiem, who took out Marin Cilic. And again, Cilic just kind of went flat. It wasn't that. No, I don't want to say it that way because Cilic didn't go flat. Cilic brought his game. Thiem is just looking. I was nervous. I said it in one of my other videos. Thiem had a walkover and an easy 3-set match. Not in that order either. He just came off the walkover. No, sorry. It was walkover, then an easy 3-set match. So, I was nervous Thiem wasn't going to have the singles experience going into the match. He was fine. Just took Cilic out in the first couple sets. Then Cilic put up a really solid fight in the 3rd set. But Thiem just went back to being Dominic Thiem, dominating points and making Cilic look like an inexperienced player, which is crazy because if you watch either of Cilic's first 2 rounds, he is a dominant player on the court and just makes these other players look inexperienced. So to have him have that turned around on him, well done on Thiem's part. Which, since Khachanov's now out of the semifinalist contention, sorry if I'm covering this the whole time, I'm gonna put Thiem up there. All right, so we have Tsitsipas out, and unfortunately we don't have Coric going in. We have Zverev going in for Tsitsipas. Instead of Khachanov, we're gonna take a Thiem. Again, a change up. I am wrong on my original semifinalist guesses, but I do still have my finalists. It's Medvedev. Got him going. He's my winner against Djokovic. I still think that's a good choice, just because Medvedev is. It's going to be tough in the Medvedev Thiem match. So given that it gets that far, but I think I'm pretty safe with these new quarterfinalists or semifinalists, especially considering it's going to be a lot harder to get these wrong as time goes on. But was that Duck? Oh, you just wanted to breathe really loud. Thanks, Duck. So that's the result from a couple days ago. Now we have what I think is going to happen. And we're going to work it backwards just because I already kind of went over this. Dominic Thiem against Felix Auger-Aliassime. I have Dominic Thiem taking that. As far as sets go, I think Auger-Aliassime is going to put up a decent fight. I had one of these matches as my question mark match, but this might be a question mark match. I'll explain it better with my other one. But you know what? No, I'm going to say this is going to be a 4-set match with Thiem taking it. I think Auger-Aliassime... Nah, you know what? I'm going to go 4 or 5 sets. This might go 5, just because I think Auger-Aliassime might take 2 in a tiebreak. I think they're going to have at least 2 sets go to a tiebreaker. And I think Auger-Aliassime is going to be able to get at least one of them. So I'll put that as a 4, potentially 5-set match with Thiem taking it. Then we have Alex de Minaur against Vasek Pospisil. I think de Minaur is going to take that over Pospisil. Again, just for the same reason I've said Pospisil should have lost the last few rounds. He's a doubles player. While his singles game was really strong against Bautista Agut, oh man, this is going to make it hard. Alex de Minaur taking out a Kachanov shows that he has the versatility, because he has the Gasquet match. Oh, sorry, my goodness. He had the Gasquet match where he's playing a wristy, one-handed backhand, very creative shot opponent in Gasquet, where then he goes to someone like, Martin's not a very tough first round. Then he goes to Kachanov, who's power, placement, variety in shots, and net presence all around. He's just a very versatile player. To take out that in a 3rd round match too, it was pretty impressive. So I'm going to give the edge to de Minaur. Oh man, and this one's going to be a tight 4-set match. I think each set is going to be either 6-4, 7-5, or a tiebreak. I think it's going to be within a 2-game spread every set. Yeah, I think those are going to be tight. Now we get to the big question mark match, and this is Frances Tiafoe against Daniil Medvedev. I have Medvedev winning it. That's not the question mark. The question mark is how long it's going to be. I don't know the best way to explain it. I think it's going to, most likely, it's going to be a 3-set match. Just because I think Daniil's going to walk over Tiafoe early. That's going to shut Tiafoe down mentally. This is, again, off prior Tiafoe experiences. And he's going to put up a fight, maybe get a close set or 2, but I think Medvedev's going to win every set. That's one option. And this is the only match that I really can see all these happening. All the other ones, I'm like, no, it's a round 4, maybe this will happen. But this one is just like, I can see all these happening. So that's Daniil kind of walking it easy. In that same vein, I can see Tiafoe just barely edging a set out, but still staying flat. So Tiafoe might get the opening set, make that big push, nothing. Then there's the fact that Tiafoe he said he was playing in a tap out, don't tap, I forget what it was. Tap in, that's what it was. Tap into it mentality. Just, you're in the zone, you're tapped in. That's what it is. And so if he does hit that, I think he'll be able to give Medvedev a run and maybe win a set on his own, maybe eke out a set, and then lose the other 3. I don't think he has it right now. Just after the match, I only saw the Fucsovics match personally. I didn't watch the Millman match. I only got the stats after, and I didn't watch the, Seppi match. Seppi was just a grinder player that I thought Tiafoe would lose to just because his mentality wasn't the greatest before. But again, after the Fucsovics match, a friend, tough to judge on unbiased, objectively. But if he is actually in that mentality where he can stay focused, not get rattled by these tough points that don't always swing his way, then yeah, I could see him putting up a fight against Medvedev, but I still don't think he has the fortitude to actually win the whole match. I think he just has enough to maybe get a couple sets, a couple points, games here and there. So I have it Medvedev, and this one I don't know how long it's going to take. My guess, I'm going to say 4 just to be safe, but this could be a 3-set, that could be a 5-set match. I don't know. Then Berrettini against Rublev. I took Berrettini just because Rublev has the same mentality Tiafoe had. I should say had the same mentality Tiafoe had, just because I don't know if Tiafoe still has it. And Rublev, I haven't seen a match yet either, so I don't know if Rublev necessarily still has it. But he had that mentality where if he was in the fight and a long point happened and he felt the point should have gone his way and he messed it up, that can be a difference maker, not just in that game, but that can throw a set for Rublev in the past. He's taken a while to get back on his horse mentally after a tough point or after a tough loss of points. So I think Berrettini, just because he's a weird one-handed lefty, backhanded player. He's a powerful player as a left-handed, and he's just a weird. It's a left-handed, one-handed backhand. Such a hard game to face. So, as someone who's played one-handed, left-handed backhand, and it wasn't even in a match, so I have all the experience in the world as fun hit around time. But it's like every spin you're expecting is backwards and a little different. So I'd give the edge to Berrettini just in the sense that Rublev is still a little inexperienced. But I think Rublev will probably make a push in the first 2 sets. It'll be a 4-set match. I know I'm saying they're all 4-set matches, but I think this will be a pretty straightforward 4-set match with Rublev taking. I'll say he takes the second set. He won't take the first set. But Berrettini's going to take the whole thing one way or another. Now, in watching order, 100% it's going to be Pospisil and Alex de Minaur. That's an incredible match. I'm hoping it's an 11 o'clock, but we'll find out. We'll see when it's on. Then we have Dominic Thiem against Felix Auger-Aliassime. That's number 2. Just because, again, 2 young players. Auger-Aliassime much younger than Thiem, but still young. I think it's going to be a long match one way or another, just because Auger-Aliassime's had really strong service games, and Thiem's been dominant in the breaking aspect of return of serve. So I think seeing that go head-to-head is going to be a really fun match. I hope Auger-Aliassime's able to hang in for as long as I hope he can, but Thiem's been looking really good, so I think Thiem's probably going to run away pretty early at some point. So that's number 2. I'm going to put the Berrettini-Rublev match. I'm going to tie it with the Tiafoe-Medvedev. Just because if Tiafoe is off, he's not fun to watch. And I don't like saying that because he is. He's a young player. He's athletic. He should be fun to watch in all situations. But he can really drag the energy down, the whole positivity on the court. Even if, obviously someone's got to lose, so they're not all positive moments. But he can somehow... He's made it so unbearable to watch him lose that it's, it can actually not be fun to watch him if it's not going his way. So again, he looked very different, so I'm hoping that's not true anymore. But that's my experience with him in the past. So I'd put that match, the Tiafoe-Medvedev, as number 4 to watch, and Berrettini-Rublev is number 3. Not much higher, but a little bit higher, just because they're both young players. I think Berrettini is probably going to run away with it early, which makes it not super fun to watch, but young player is going to be a big effort, and you'll see a really unique game in Berrettini, because he's not like a Nadal or a big server like Karlovic or something like that. It's really hard to pinpoint what style of game he is. He's very versatile. So yeah, that's that. That's day 6 and 8. I think. Yeah, I should probably write these down. Thiem, Cilic. Yeah, day 6 and 8. Cool. Good job, everybody. There's that. Have a great day and enjoy the matches that are on, which is day 6 today. Wow. I hope that looks as cool as it did in real person. Real person. Someone needs to eat breakfast.